Let's discuss.
Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I'm very excited because ERRA has put out their self-titled deluxe version of their album. It's a really awesome way to do it. 3 covers, 3 original tracks, 2 singles were released. Those videos are on my channel. I also did Soul Absentia when that dropped, which is actually still today. I'm doing them both at the same time, obviously posted at different times. Anyway, this was my album of the year last year. I'm very stoked to check out this other original new track from ERRA. It is called Psalm of Sedition. I will link all of the physical orders as well as their social media in the description. Other than that, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get straight into it.
I knew it was coming. Oh, I thought it was gonna drop again. No.
ERRA Psalm of Sedition. Let's discuss. Unsurprisingly, this was another banger. I have now heard all of it. As I mentioned, I listened to the covers before making these two videos for the new tracks. Off of this, I think Soul would be my favorite of the two new tracks, but both of these are just going directly on the playlist. And I think when you look at the three new tracks, when you include Night of Silence, they each show sort of a different flavor, if you will, but at the same time they go together really well. They flow together really well. As I mentioned, as I was listening to them, I think probably most in the strings, that's what makes them connect well together. But this one has like a bit of a darker feel to it, I think, when it comes to like that synth sort of stuff, when it comes to, and this track, JT, I mean, I love Jesse's vocals. I've talked about that a ton on the channel now at this point. I've talked about Ghost Atlas. I think Soul really shows that in its chorus, but here, some of JT's vocals, some of the notes that he kind of like explodes into, I love that, and this track felt like it had a ton of that. Also, just like the riff in the chorus, that tappy sort of sound that comes in the first time that chorus came in, I love that. It sort of just has like this heavier almost feel to it, while at the same time, like, obviously they still use Jesse's vocals. They've got a bit of the dynamic between, like, if you listen to the riff as the song ends, that last riff in the outro, it's a bit different than what I'm talking about in that tappy chorus type of riff. So you got the sort of, it's a variety, but at the same time, like, that sound goes together so nicely. I just love that. ERRA, I feel making the outros of this video, it's difficult for me because I just love everything that ERRA does, so I'm really just sitting here ranting about it. So it's hard for me. I love this. There's nothing that I would have done differently for this. It's exactly on point with what I love about ERRA, and I enjoy the way that they did this release, which I already mentioned, having 3 new tracks that aren't B-sides, they're new tracks, deluxe version, and then 3, covers as well. And normally, I think covers are very hit or miss for me, but with a band like ERRA, I think they choose songs that maybe influence them a bit, or bands at least that influence their style a bit, songs that really kind of stuck with them. It has a bit more meaning than kind of just like, oh, this is a cool song, I want to cover it, that sort of thing, because at that point, I feel like it gets to where it's like, okay, but for a band like ERRA to extend it, having 3 brand new tracks and then 3 covers like that, I really like it. So for me, this met my expectations, exceeded them as always with this band. As I mentioned, I will link the physical copies of it, ERRA's social media, the video I reacted to, which is on the UNFD channel. All of that will be in the description of this video. This band is amazing, so make sure you give them some love if you enjoyed this like I did. I will be certainly doing that. So other than that, you can also find my link tree in the description. It will have the invite for the Discord server that I talk about in every single video. There are a ton of my favorite people in there. We've got a lot of music-related conversation, a lot of conversation completely unrelated to music as well. Just a lot going on in there. So if you're interested in coming to join, check that out. That will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link. On Instagram, I do post all music-related stuff, sometimes on my story about new videos, or I post every Friday about what I've listened to the most over the course of each week. I post a ton of merch. I've got a never-ending merch collection, so I usually post once or twice over the course of the week about merch, sweatshirts, t-shirts, vinyl, flags, really whatever I have ready to go at that time, merch. So if that interests you, my handle on there is the same as my YouTube channel. It is Rachel Reacts, but as I mentioned, I will have it in that link tree in the description. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.